Hello, welcome to part 2 of Mitchell's cochlear implant journey. This video will talk about the surgery. Hello, welcome to part 2 of my cochlear implant journey. The last video we talked about my feelings leading up to the decision to get an implant and how I dealt with my hearing loss for the past couple of years. And in this video, we are going to talk about the surgery in particular. So we scheduled my surgery for September. We made sure that it was after homecoming so that I could hear the music. Although I didn't really hear the music anyway. But surgery was September 20-something. And I was pretty nervous. I was very, very nervous because the one thing I kept thinking about and something that they kept stressing was if something happens during the surgery, if we mess up, you could lose all of your hearing in the ear and the implant wouldn't work. So the result of the surgery could be, hey, now you're more deaf than you were before, and there's nothing that we can do about it. So I was very scared about that. They also told me that I could possibly lose feeling and control of the left side of my face because they're doing surgery on the right brain, I guess. So that was a bit freaky. They said some patients have numbness and tingling and in rare cases aren't able to chew for the rest of their lives. So those possibilities were very scary to me, especially just surgery is freaky, right? You never want to go under anesthesia. So I was very nervous, very scared, especially right before it. But I had a good network of people. They helped me out. It was okay. I just kept thinking, if I can hear better because of this, then it's worth it, right? So on that day, we had to go very early, like 3 in the morning. The surgery was scheduled for 7, and they had to do prep. They had to, do all these interviews and, backgrounds and. I met with the anesthesiologist, the ENT. The ENT is the surgeon that actually did the surgery. I remember they marked with a marker which ear it was, which was kind of funny because, when you think about it, that's actually really important. So they had a permanent marker and just kind of put a dot on this ear. So that was funny. I laughed a lot. The surgery was about 4 hours long. To be honest, I really don't know exactly what happens during the surgery. You can look it up. I know there's videos. I did that before. It was kind of freaky. But they, basically they make an incision behind, on the curve behind your ear. And they insert the implant part. There's 2 parts, there's the inside and the outside, so they put the inside part in, they stitch it up, it takes about 4 hours, and then I woke up, and my ear hurt. So they had warned me beforehand that after I might experience soreness, tingling, excessive ringing, so tinnitus, and just exhaustion. So I woke up and I immediately couldn't hear anything out of this ear. The first thing I noticed was, wow, all the sound I hear is coming from this side, my hearing aid side. So, and that's normal. When you get an implant, they get rid of all your natural hearing. So I wasn't surprised. It was just interesting. I couldn't hear anything out of the right ear. And that was weird. I remember because I didn't have my hearing aid in, so I was just totally deaf. I couldn't understand anything without my hearing aid. I can't do anything. So when I first woke up in the recovery room, they had a whiteboard where they wrote down questions and things to me. So that was convenient, because otherwise I would have been lost. So they had a whiteboard, and I remember they asked me if I was having any ringing or tinnitus, and I was. The ringing in this ear where they did the surgery was the loudest it has ever been in my entire life. It was insanely loud. It was like an orchestra right here just playing. And that was there for probably 2 or 3 days until it kind of subsided. And now in this ear with the implant, any ringing, no ringing at all. But I remember it was very, very significant right after the surgery. The pain was okay. I was sore, obviously, but it was tolerable. They gave me medication, so it was okay. But when I woke up, I had this headband on. It's like this big blue wraparound thing, and they put it on during the surgery. I'll put a picture in now if my computer editing skills are adequate. But it was just this big tight blue band to keep pressure on the ear and help the scar heal. So I kept that on for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And then they took it off and activated it. But overall, the surgery was not too bad. It was very scary and nerve-wracking leading up to it. But the risks are very, very, very rare and almost never happen. So there's really nothing to worry about. And, I just kept thinking at the end of the day, this is all going to be worth it because I'll be able to hear, right? So it was great. It went okay. I'm obviously still alright because I'm here making this video. So in the next video, we'll be talking about my first activation when they took off the headband and turned the implant on for the first time. I hope to see you then.